Greetings everyone, and welcome back to my channel where we dive into the fascinating world of container gardening. No matter how small your space, I believe that everyone should be able to have their own garden, and container gardening is the answer. Today I want to talk to you about basil. If you want to grow basil in containers, I got you. Container basil is perfect for patios, balconies, or even a sunny kitchen window. No backyard required. Basil is one of those herbs everybody thinks is easy, but let me tell ya, one wrong move and you're stuck with sad yellow leaves and zero pesto. It's heartbreaking. But don't worry, I'm here to make sure that doesn't happen to you. So let's break down the do's and don'ts to growing this fantastic herb. We're talking real talk, no fluff, just the stuff that actually works. First off, do pick the right pot. This is where a lot of folks mess up before they even get started. Basil's got roots that want to stretch a little. If you cram it in a tiny pot, it's just not going to work. Aim for something at least 8 to 10 inches deep and wide, with good drainage holes. Definitely no smaller than 6 inches deep and wide, and that is for one individual plant. Bigger is better if you want a real basil bush, and those drainage holes are non-negotiable. Terracotta pots work well because they help regulate moisture, and fabric pots provide good drainage and air circulation. If your pot's holding on to water like it's saving for a drought, forget it. Basil hates wet feet. Soggy soil is a one-way ticket to root rot, and nobody wants that. It could be a good idea to use a pot that waters from the bottom. It encourages root growth and avoids the spread of fungal problems from getting too much water on the leaves. Now don't use garden soil from your yard. I know it's tempting to just scoop some up, but trust me, it's not worth it. That stuff's too heavy and it clumps. Your basil's roots need room to breathe and move, not get stuck in a mud pie. Go for a high-quality potting mix, something nice and fluffy. Look for mixes with peat, perlite, or coco coir. These keep things light and airy. You can add a bit of compost for added nutrients. Basil likes to breathe. Good airflow in the soil means happy, healthy roots, and that means more leaves for you. Before you plant, make sure the soil is moist but not soggy, and sow the seed 1/4 inch deep. Basil seed needs light to germinate, so don't bury it any deeper than that. Usually you should space the plants about 12 to 18 inches apart, but for aesthetic appeal in your planter, you can space them 6 to 8 inches apart just as long as you keep good airflow between the plants to prevent fungal issues which basil can be prone to. Basil seed should germinate within 5 to 10 days. Basil needs warm soil and air to really take off, so plant 2 weeks after your last scheduled frost, or indoors about a month before your last frost, and then transplant it when 3 to 4 sets of true leaves appear. Make sure to harden it off though, taking it outside during the day, a little at a time, more and more each day, bringing it in at night to make sure it gets used to outdoor conditions permanently. Okay, next, location. Do give your basil a warm, sunny spot. Basil is a sun worshiper and it'll reward you for every ray it gets. 6 hours of sun minimum. If you can give it more, even better. Morning sun is best, but basil isn't picky as long as it gets its daily dose. If you live in a very hot climate, provide your basil with some afternoon shade to avoid wilting or leaf burn. Although your basil loves the sun, temperatures around 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 degrees Celsius are perfect for it. If you're growing it inside, stick it near a south-facing window or get yourself a grow light. Don't be shy about moving your pot around to chase the sun. Trust me, basil grown in shade is all stem and no flavor. I repeat, it will not grow in the shade. And don't drown the plant. Basil likes consistently moist, not soggy soil. Overwatering is the #1 killer of container basil. Stick your finger in the dirt. If the top inch feels dry, it's time to water. This simple trick will save the life of your basil. If it's still damp, wait a bit and check later. Patience is key. Basil will thank you for it. Basil doesn't require heavy fertilizing, but if you want, use a balanced, diluted liquid fertilizer every few weeks, or start off with a slow-release fertilizer when you plant. Here's a biggie. Do pinch the tops. This is the secret to a bushy, productive plant. When your basil gets about 4 to 6 inches tall, snip off the top set of leaves. Don't be afraid. Basil loves a good haircut. It feels brutal, but it'll make the plant bushier and you'll get more leaves in the long run. The more you pinch, the more your basil will branch out and thrive. Don't let your basil flower unless you're ready to say goodbye. Once those flowers show up, your basil's energy goes into seeds, not leaves. Once it flowers, the leaves go bitter. You'll notice the taste changes fast, and not in a good way. If you see little buds, pinch them off right away. Stay on top of it, and your basil will keep producing those sweet, fragrant leaves. And hey, do harvest often. This will help keep your plant from flowering. Don't be shy. Basil is meant to be used, not just admired. The more you pick, the more it grows. Regular harvesting encourages new shoots and keeps your plant healthy. Think of it like a good haircut. Regular trims keep it looking fresh. And be gentle as you harvest. Snip or pinch from the top of the stem so your main stem stays intact and you don't harm your plant. Alright, quick recap. Right-sized pot, fluffy soil, plenty of sun, careful watering, pinch those tops, and keep those flowers away. And don't forget, basil loves a little attention, so check on it often. Now a note about companion and non-companion plants. Basil itself repels pests like aphids, hornworms, and flies that bother other plants. So it works well with many plants to begin with. And if you grow basil near tomatoes and peppers, it can enhance their flavor as well. Marigolds deter nematodes, which can harm basil, and chamomile attracts beneficial insects and improves the health of the soil if you grow them in the same pot. But basil's strong aroma can affect the flavor of cucumbers negatively, and the plant, rue, can inhibit its growth. Also, sage needs drier conditions than basil, so it also should be kept separate. Imagine the smell of fresh basil every time you step outside. Now you can make it a reality. Okay, one more thing. Did you know you can propagate basil from stem cuttings? Just cut a stem with leaves from your plant and put the end in a clear glass of water until roots appear. Then transplant it in soil. If you're putting it outside, make sure to harden it off for a while first. And then there you go. That's all there is to it. Well, that's it for today. Go out there and make some pesto magic. Whether you're tossing it on pizza, blending it into sauces, or just enjoying the scent, you'll be glad you grew your own. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your basil fails or wins in the comments. See you next time. And remember, every great garden starts with a single pot. Yours could be next.